Hello everyone, Attack Power here with another cast of Steel Division 2 here on Shchedrin. Let's dive right in here. On the left, in the red, we have Jaapaasa playing first DFL on Maverick Income. On the right, in the blue, we have Herr Robert playing a classic 20th Panzer on Vanguard Income. If you guys enjoy this content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Steel Division 2 and Warno content. And consider checking out the membership here on YouTube. It does help me out a lot. Gives you early access to content and responses to all your comments and all that good stuff and fun emojis and things like that. So let's dive into the decks here. Jaapaasa on the left, first DFL. A division I think is still pretty strong. I mean, it certainly hasn't lost a lot. It's seen a lot of buffs by association sort of thing, and it does fall into the category of Western allied divisions that are still really strong. Recon tab, really solid. You get some bazookas in the commandos there, some Stuarts and M8s, which can... M8s can make your opening very explosive, and then just more Stuarts. Nice support tank these days. Light armor just being in a really good place in the meta. Infantry tab, one of the highlights of the division. You have the very strong French infantry here, specifically the Legionnaires. These units are found throughout A, B, and C phase. You get 4 cards of them. They all come in double vet with relatively good availability for a unit of that strength. The Bimps with their bazookas, really nice there. Sappers as well, also come with bazookas, so you really can't get close to this division. We are noticing a trend right now with half-tracks and light tanks being so solid. Divisions that have a lot of bazookas or Panzer Shreks or longer range handheld AT tend to be thriving. For example, Panzer Lair and a division like this. Continuing on, then we have tank tab, not much here to work with, just the Char M10 and the Char Sherman, essentially. Support tab here also does have a little bit of 2K though, and the 50 cals, of course. The Obasirs can do some good work, the M8s. Then we see the AT tab, lots of M10s, do not have the APCR, very important to note. The M3 gun, actually shockingly effective in a lot of situations, and then good old 57 mil. AA tab, thin, but has what you need. 2 cards of 40 mil Bofors. Honestly, you don't need much more than that. The RD tab, really strong, another strength of the division here. You get radio mortars, then you get the 155 long toms. These are phenomenal RD pieces. And then finally the air tab, another strength. Again, Hellcat P47 spam. You can kind of just overwhelm your opponents with really strong fighter bombers. They are very expensive though. Losing them is painful. On the other side, 20th Panzer, a division, an OG division, I'm quite confident, has basically been solid forever. You know, it's come in and out of the very top of the meta right now. I would put it a low A tier. It doesn't do anything phenomenal, like phenomenally above the curve, but it basically has strengths in every tab, and that makes it a good division. The Recon tab is small, though. You have enough to function. Here we just see Aufklärer and Spätrupp. I think you can bring a Panzer 3. Kind of surprised he doesn't have that. The Infantry tab, nothing special here. The only unique stuff is the Pioneer SVT and the Panzer Grenadier DP. The Panzer Grenadier DP is quite good. It's a double DP machine gun unit that only costs 20 points. Not many double, like full-size double machine gun infantry squads in the game for only 20 points. This is one of the few, and we see it in C phase, which is smart because his income is lowest at that point. The Pioneer SVT is essentially just a Sapperty. Trooping, kind of surprising. I think they're absolute garbage these days, but we'll see how we can use them. The tank tab, basically just a solid medium tank tab, like a great mix of all kinds of medium tanks here. See Panzer T-34s, captured T-34s there. Of course, lots of Panzer IVs, both in H and G variants. Beutestalin, of course, which is an IS-2. And there is the Panzer 3L. Support tab, very good in this division, has plenty of tools, but see Guerrilla, IG-18, and MG-42 here. AT tab, also really solid. Panzer Jaeger RSO is a solid AT tank. I mean, it has no armor. That is the weird thing about it. Pack 40, Martyr 1, and Pack 43. Interesting to see that against first DFL. Really weird, actually. AA tab, great AA. Flak 43 is the main tool. 88s are there too, I guess. And RD tab, good mix of stuff there. AR tab, not good, but doesn't need much here, I guess. All right, diving in, we see a pretty big push here by Herr Robert. And okay, so both players going for the classic fight to the death over this hill. Let the town fester, although Herr Robert throwing a fair bit more stuff here, to be sure. Black 43 in early to stop this C-fire. Good call there. The Flamer unit does not get any further. Ersatz, we can see why they're here. No AT yet. Pack 40 is unloaded now. Will it get its APCR off to actually be able to do something useful is the question. Herr Robert capturing and flagging the town for free, currently at a 14-10. He is Vanguard. He's got to get an early lead here. Did turn the APCR off. Good for him, but the M8's got away. Here comes the Beutestalin. This is an early call, this thing. The Flak 43 meant to protect it. I mean, there is nothing in first EFL outside of the air tab that can kill this, and we don't see the AT Hellcats until B phase, which means this Stalin should be kind of unstoppable here for the time being. M3 gun down, all the support weapons running though. Stalin is here. I mean, it has nothing to fear. Misses the M8. That's a bummer. Unfortunately, it's not actually... Oh, there's the reload glitch. Notice it fired and then really rapidly fired its HE afterward. I really thought they got rid of that, and I'm shocked they have not. Smoke down and try to save these Flammenwerfers and Sturm Pioneer here. There's a Panzer Vernichtung hiding. And these M8s, of course, very much out of range. Of course, the 50 cals and the M8s, absolutely dominant there. Double T-34 trying to come in and clear out these M8s. Once all of these support weapons are pushed off by the Stalin, I mean, technically speaking, the, whatever those are that are coming up, I'm just like, the T-34s should be able to do whatever they want. The other Panzer Vernichtung here getting caught out. There's only 3 of those, so losing one of these early really actually sucks. Stalin missing another shot, hasn't landed one yet, other than its HE shells, which landing is a loose term. Lost the flag down here. Jaapaasa now to 1311. Herr Robert in danger, although the Panzer Vernichtung picking up a kill on this M8, pretty big actually. M20 putting 50 cal rounds into this truck. The 50 cal can shoot at things at really low armor. I don't know if it's 10 or less, or if it's 15. I forget exactly what the armor amount is for the 50 cal to shoot. Now, honestly, the biggest danger for this Stalin is that it has nothing to do and it sits and turns its armor a stupid direction and then gets pegged in the side. Now, Herr Robert does need to fix this. He has nothing to spot up here at all. Stalin actually cannot see this AT gun. I guess he can now, finally in range to see it. Jaapaasa actually grabbing this flag in the town here as well. His infantry pretty superior to the German infantry here. At range, the Panzergren should do fine. But at anything closer than that, they're kind of screwed. 50 cals everywhere. T-34 finally arrived, trying to clear some of this out. Really catch the M8. That's obviously his real target here. Ah! And he does. Only one M8 to go, but another Panzer Vernichtung dead. There's not going to be really many Panzerschrecks around to stop any more light armor, which there is plenty of. So, Jaapaasa going to try to wall off the Stalin with smoke. He did get a recon unit in here to hide out. Obasir goes down to the T-34. This T-34 key right now to clearing out a lot of this, but Jaapaasa on a 15-9 on Maverick income. This is pretty disaster flag-wise for Herr Robert. As Erzat Strupping come on in. Now, Panzergren usually have the advantage, and if they were also in yellow cover, it'd be fine. Although they do have some support from the hill here. There we go. So now... Oh, Herr Robert not bringing any recon. This is punishing him already. T-34 still managing to be alive. Erzat's finally out to spot a little bit. There it goes. That's a big loss, actually. I think he was doing a lot of work. Sturm Pioneers do get into the woods, find this recon unit. Will they surrender it? They will. So back to a 13-11. Jaapaasa's still on the flag advantage, though. Nothing going down south. Jaapaasa, though, building up a little bit of light armor here. Going to be a big issue. 81 mortar going to work. Finishing off these support weapons. We see an off-map already. Fine. Okay, cool. Off-map, yay. Getting right into it, I guess. Erzat's flown in. They are capturing flags. T-34 finished off the other M8, I suppose. So, bully for him. 50 cal is here. 57 mil does go down. M10 is here. That still is no threat to the Stalin. I mean, maybe at 100 meter range, it would have a low, like 10 to 20% chance of penning. I know what you're saying, like, no way. I mean, actually, yes way. You get, like, technically, like, essentially, when the two numbers match, so if there's 100 millimeters of pen and 100 millimeters of armor, it's a 50% chance to pen. So even if you're at 90 to 100 millimeters of armor, you actually still have a chance to pen. I forget what exactly it goes up to. I want to say it goes up to 30 millimeters. Like, you still have some percentage chance. All right, I mean, the off-map, this is, like, the easiest place to off-map in the universe. second only to, like, right here. Do you see more Panzer guns finally coming in down south? Black 43 is there to immediately force off the C-fire, but that just revealed where that AA is. Herr Robert not moving it. This 81 mortar going to get a free blast on it. Panzer 3 now, and Pack 40 moving up really aggressively. Is he trying to catch the M10? Seems a little odd. First rounds of the mortar missing pretty wildly, actually. Flak 43 probably only going to take one hit here. Nope, doesn't take anything. Off map away. Takes out both light armor pieces and some infantry, so... Alright. Off map for the win, I guess. We now see a BF-109 coming in. No AA at all here from Jaapaasa outside of the 50 cals on his units. Sherm Pioneer trying to make a runner. BF-109 finds it and kills it. That's a nice kill. Those 105 so good. Now down to 2 to deal with only. Herr Robert back to 12-12, but he's down to it. And I find this a lot with Herr Robert. He plays Vanguard. Respect the crap out of him for that, because I don't think Vanguard's very good, personally. And he's down in A phase half the time. Now, the true thing of Vanguard, of course, is really, like, the end of A phase, like, right about here. Because you really actually built an advantage up at that point. But I just find it ironic that I feel like he's down a lot of times at the end of A phase. So the mortars no longer have the radio. Black 43 on the move immediately. The undergrounds cannot get range of this M20. The last Panzer prediction now in. Can the Flak 43 get out in time? I think that depends where these first rounds fall. If they happen to fall right on, he'll get pinned and he'll probably take some damage. Looks like he's getting away. If they fall to the other side of the circle, then he's pretty safe. Yep, gets away. Another off-map coming in. Yeah, he really hasn't secured this. Shocked he's running his Panzer Nicktoons into this. Does take out the M20. That's a pretty big kill because that thing was annoying AF. Bunch of army here trying to cut off the reinforcements coming in. Does take out a Legionati for free. Left the APCR on the Pack 40. Already now going for the armor here. Let's get some good hits in the Panzer 3. Sherm Pioneer are in. They're immediately caught out by the half-track, take a bunch of damage. Down south, no motion, no reinforcements anymore. Double Panzerjäger RSO. I'm not a huge fan of these. Oh, they do have some armor now. Okay, okay. It's a Pack 40 for 35 points. It's hard to complain. Technically speaking, a stupidly efficient unit. So this Marine RFM just chilling here, spotting everything. What a cheeky play there by Jaapaasa. I love it. M10, 50 cal, indomitable. Light armor with a 50 cal equals undefeatable. Panzer 3 is pushing. He's got to be careful. The M10 can easily take it out. Although if he takes out this BIM in the half-track, that'd be huge. Takes out the 50 cal. That's a good start. Looks like he's going to use the Pack 40. Yeah, that was a little aggressive. Not exactly a unit you generally push up aggressively. Him getting hit by everything, though, so taking that out's pretty huge. Jaapaasa missing his moment, really, to retreat. Now, a pretty unnecessary BF-109 comes in. Let's get the bombs off. There is a Bofors now. So no more freebie airstrikes. Panzer Nicktoon is in position to catch the M10, but it did fall back. And now it's getting wrecked. Herr Robert needs to fall back desperately because this unit is really important. And he's not moving. Looks like he's going to lose it. Gets out just in time. I mean, one man can still fire a Panzer strike, so... Not sure where this Panzer is going. Yep, Black 43 getting hit by the mortar that can be clearly seen by this recon unit here. No radio means that it's not stupidly effective, though. Is there an 88? Yeah, there is. I mean, that is super helpful. It does save the day. Hellcat now actually loses line of sight on the Boita, I guess. 12-12, we're now into B phase, so now Jaapaasa takes advantage. Panzer III misses the M10 and goes down. Oh, that hurt. Now, the T-34 can't decide what to shoot at. Oh, 2 armor pieces down. It's really bad. 20th Panzer has a nice mix of medium and light armor to work with. But it's not infinite. Like, it does not have, like, an absolute butt ton of light armor and stuff. It can certainly run it. Panzer III, T-34. T-34 is obviously not light armor, but in terms of price, it sits at almost a light armor cost these days. With medium tank stats. Again, a little bit more than light tank, of course. Now, my question for my smart viewers out there. Does water cut down blast? It certainly seems to. Like, when a round falls in the water, does it lose its, like, blast radius? It appears to, but I do not know that as a fact. Oh, he's got radio with the M3 again. Okay. It's like, how does the thing suddenly get so accurate? So yeah, here's my issue with the off-map. Like, yes, it did it. It pushed it back off. He's got the hill. Good for him. And that's it. Now it's gone. It did it. It cost him 170 points. And he's still losing it. Same argument with, like, like, yeah, they captured the flags. They're only 15 points, but, like, the mass of these is costing him a few hundred points. That hasn't really done anything. P-47 strike. Oh, that hurts. Legionnaires do have grenades, so he has to be careful. Hellcat strike on AT strike on the infantry. It does pin them. It's not like it doesn't do anything, which is obviously not your first question of why you're doing that. RD strike mortars finally take out the Flak 43. I mean, clearing the AA out is huge. The Hellcats can absolutely wreck if he can get that. The thing is, Herr Robert's working really hard to capture this forest, but doesn't really do anything? Awkward. Jaapaasa really flexing this flank over here. There's like no armor, so here comes a Panzer IV. That'll do something. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. I mean, the off-map does have a machine gun. Oh, 88. Why are you so sad? Does finally kill it. Half track goes down first, and that would have been really helpful. Not that it's like super strong. It's just a piece of armor that's annoying to be there. So losing that is unfortunate for Robert. Jaapaasa doing a nice job of controlling that space, though. We're now halfway through B phase. And I say this all the time. In a Vanguard versus Maverick match, Maverick is favored. They get more points sooner and hold a long advantage. Yes, the long game. At the very end of the game, Vanguard gets an advantage. But that's a long time to survive. Now we see a 155 now in. Orders going after the infantry. Ooh, sorry, big gun. Panzer IV coming in. He's just doing a straight up the hill. Werfrahmen now. Okay, mobile off map essentially. Much better unit. Costs what? 30 points less than the off map and can be used several times and actually can kill units. Save the day from that Oberster surrendering those Panzergrens. Anything down south yet? No, Herr Robert just giving up this flag for nothing. It's killing him, actually. It's costing him a lot of tickets. Like, I understand he's, like, locked into this fight. But that Werfrahmen down here, boom, 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 like, absolutely annihilates this. Now, he doesn't know. I mean, he kind of does know that there's not that much down south, right? Just by the fact Jaapaasa's not pushing there at all. And there's so much up here. Now, the Pak 40, the Panzerjäger, finds the 81mm mortar. Gets two, it kills one of them. That's huge. Will it kill the other? Oh, that would be massive. The F-109 does not have the killing power to kill off that M10. 88 does save from one P-47. The other one gets his bombs off. Does not kill the Panzerjäger. Kind of shocked, actually. Something else did. I'm actually not even sure what did. What? Oh, it's going after this 88. Ooh. That's why 88s are so bad now. They're so vulnerable to artillery. It's kind of hard to watch, honestly. Panzer IV coming in. M10 gets the first shot off easy. Panzer IV somehow suffering from not shooting syndrome and just dies. That was horrendous. That was awful. Not sure what this thing is doing. What is the point of this? Just gonna lose this for nothing? Yeah, he could have at least had free radio here on the hill. That was a major waste. Jaapaasa has a huge force coming in here. Legionnaires at 3 stars. Pioneer SVTs, of course, no match. Also, the Legionnaires are 13-man squads, so they don't even die to a grenade. SK-18 really far to try to counter-battery this 155. I actually like this play. It's aggressive and ballsy, but it could really pay off here, and he actually really needs this 155 in. The 105 gets a heat shell off somehow magically on this T-34. SK-18 being one of the best counter-battery weapons in the game. Now, I know what you're saying to yourself. Attack power is because the accuracy is so high. Please be aware, everybody. The accuracy is not related to how accurate the weapon is in artillery mode. This is very weird. I understand that. The accuracy is only referring to direct fire mode. In other words, if this was in 2,000 meters of something and it fired its shells right at it, it would have 45% accuracy. Oh my god, it's already almost killed this. Wow, what a devastating weapon. The dispersion of the artillery is not on the stat card at all. It's stupid, I agree, I understand. Apparently it has something to do with the length of the barrel. I don't know exactly which historical facts that's based on, but it's based on the length of the barrel and the diameter, etc., etc. But it is not based on the accuracy stat. I cannot say this more clearly. And this is a fact. You are wrong if you think that is not true. Sap bearers with the grenade, obviously going to wreck these Panzer grenades. This is just a waste of Panzer grenades. Oh. SK-18 so close to finishing this 155 off, but it looks like it's going to fail at the job. That would have been huge because another 155 is now in. Now there are half tracks here as well. Panzer grenades do finish off the 57 mil. That is nice. 88s are so bad in so many ways. I would love to say they're good at 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 least, but they're not. They miss all the freaking time. I would love to say they're good at AA. They're not. They're absolutely awful. They're actually one of the worst AA pieces for the price I think in the game. Legionnaires have fanatical, so they're not going to get surrendered. The APCR actually does kill. Poitchestein does take a Hellcat hit. P-47 taking a flyby. Maybe you should call in some more Flak 43s, which are like real AA pieces, not these garbage A88s. Panzer III trying to survive the heat shells of the 105. Actually, the half-track takes that. What does the Beutzer-Stalin see? Oh, the infantry. All right, Herr Robert successfully grabbing the hill. Jaapaasa might have over-invested in this hill here. Not really actually a super key position. Hellcat's in again. Beutzer-Stalin just standing here and taking it. Still alive. Another one down. Panzer III to a second Hellcat. P-47 as well, bombing out. Why is Herr Robert not calling in more AA? There's obviously a massive air force for Jaapaasa. Another target for the SK-18, even closer. Ah, sorry, drink. Needed a drink. I was thirsty. There's the counter battery. Jaapaasa already pushing back on the hill. Jaapaasa way ahead in tickets, though. And now an armor pushing the center. Most of the armor's dead, although there is a Martyr 1 and a Panzerjäger still here, and nothing's here to kill those. Except Herr Robert is backing up and not stopping them to shoot. Panzerjäger getting hit in the side because it does not have side armor. This is a disaster. Oh, Herr Robert. That was just unfortunate timing. Ends up totally screwing his chances of killing this stuff for nothing. Sapper sappers do have a bazooka. This Panzer IV in a lot of trouble here. I don't know if it realizes it. Can the Panzer IV kill the mortar off before the sappers get up on the hill? Oh, just kidding. It's too busy with the 105. Heat shell is away. Oh my god. And it was like fully suppressed. Wow. Jaapaasa getting some lucky breaks here. That is not why he's winning, but it definitely is happening. Herr Robert's already, though, landing some nice hits, although now the counter battery is coming. BF-109 coming in. 40 mil bow for a little late to the party to stop this. Yeah, he really wants this 105 dead because that thing has boned him so hard. The leader and the 4 already dead. As half-tracks capture massive portions of the map. Here comes another Hellcat strike. There is finally a Flak 43, something real. Does save the Panzer IV by spreading out the shots. Let's see if the double-star Flak 43... Nope, it keeps changing targets. It could have killed the Seafire, but it's too busy changing targets. Sadness. Gun jam on the Panzer III. Another lucky break there for Jaapaasa. He probably wins that fight anyway, but still. Yeah, this little mistake here by Herr Robert is absolutely devastating. It gives Jaapaasa so much territory for like no effort whatsoever. And I think that's crap too. Believe me, we don't have to get into the whole half-track shouldn't capture territory discussion. M10 gets the drop on the Martyr 1. Werfrahmen strike is in, but it is late. And it doesn't even finish it off. Oof. An 88 here right on the hill. Aggressive. Most aggressive. SK-18 is dead after getting absolutely crushed by the 155s. That is the danger of moving up. That means their already is closer too. Panzer IV does actually clear off all this light armor. That's pretty massive because that stuff was a pretty big deal actually. Still, Jaapaasa on a single tick again. Herr Robert not getting this flag back was probably like the mistake of the game here. I'm all up for giving up flags, but when it's right there, like so little effort is needed. I know it's probably more effort than I'm making it out to be, but it's still. This 88 is going to get absolutely whacked by these 155s. I'm not sure why Herr Robert's playing 88s. I really actually don't understand why. He's got plenty. I guess he doesn't have plenty of Flak 43s. He double vetted the second card, which I don't agree with. Yeah, I love me some double vet AA. Don't get me wrong. But, like, he needs AA against this division, and he's relying on 88s more than he is on Flaks 43s, and I think that's just such a mistake because they're absolute trash on a stick. Yeah, look at that. Insta-killed. Against a division that relies on arty so heavily. And I understand why. I'm not saying don't bring the 88s at all. I'm just saying I wouldn't double vet my Flak 43 and cut back the amount of good AA I have. Yeah, that's not getting by the Bofors. Nope. Panzer RSO is now out of HE. It's been like holding down the entire fort here. Another 88. Herr Robert has convinced himself that these things are good, and I just have to so strongly disagree. Maybe he knows something I don't know, but honestly, their performance is confirming my feelings about them as they're trash. They're trash when they're not dead, and they die all the time, on top of that. 57 mil does move in and picks up the Panzerjäger kill there, which will flip this flag again, I think? I guess not. Now the arty has retarget the Flak 43, the only useful AA here. Herr Robert has not been moving it, which means it's going to get hit on this next strike, most likely. Mortar on the Pak 40. Wow, misses. Already down to Panzer and DPs. A notable downgrade. Now, again, they are cheaper, but much worse. There's a reason they're so much cheaper. that doesn't mean we're in C phase. I mean, we're pretty deep. I actually kind of missed our move into C phase. My apologies, everybody. The thing is, Jaapaasa is such a huge air force and more artillery. Here it comes. Black 43 already pinned. 88 down here is useless. This one insta-died because it's trash. Verframen strike does do some nice damage. Hellcat actually fails. Well, it takes out... Oh my god, more. Holy crap, holy. Verframen on the run? Wow, he was going for a ground attack. Wow. Herr Robert did get around that. Jaapaasa, that was ballsy. The chances of that succeeding are so low. But I feel like he just didn't have another target, and he just wanted to call all his airplanes in at once to get him by. 88 versus the 105. The 105 should absolutely dominate this. Oh, 88. You sad, sad weapon. They're going to fire at the same time, and they'll both be pinned, I guess. No, he actually stops it this time. I can't believe the 88 actually won this fight. I'm like in legitimate shock. $15-9 for Jaapaasa, grabbing this flag here, rough. And it's unfortunately he hasn't really been out trading Jaapaasa either for these flags. '88 actually moved to dodge the arty. Here comes the Hellcat, though. Black 43 needs to unload immediately. It's too far. Panzer IV gonna go down here, most likely. Oh, the 88 got a shot off. Still couldn't save it. Oh. Boy. The French infantry are still so much better, especially now that it's downgraded to Grenadier DP. So now the Grenadier DP don't even win at range against the Legionnaires. At least the Panzergrenadiers won at range. I mean, Herr Robert's now finally calling in like actual AA, but it's kind of too little, too late. Like he let those Hellcats get so much value already. The biggest issue for me with 20th Panzer is their lack of CQC. Like, they run out of crap to go in the forest so fast. And what they have going in is not that great to start. Like, it's very basic. Panzer IV getting ambushed there by another 57 mil. So rough. Jaapaasa holding on to that 15-9 as Herr Robert continues to tick down here. Verframen going after the 57 mil. I understand wanting it dead, but I mean, look at the just plethora of targets if he had sent it up there instead. Not a waste, but perhaps a wasted opportunity. Black 43 is in kind of an odd position. It doesn't allow, like with the hill here, this map's a little strange for AA because the hills block the AA's line of sight. Yeah, the BIMs are better at close range because their Brens are automatic rifles, so they actually do fight in the woods. I'm not sure what the point of this was. Herr Robert trying to reveal some units, I guess. Yeah, you see, he just doesn't have any more green, like, forest fighting units. He has Panzergrenadiers, and they're beyond awful in the woods. Even the BIMPs are much better. They have 2 Thompsons and 2 Brens. Significantly better. I mean, it's a rifle unit, don't get me wrong. It's not good in the woods, but comparatively to the Panzergrenadiers, it's freaking phenomenal. It might as well toss a Molotov. Like, honestly. That's how, he's got 2 Seafires? It feels like they're just on constant rotation. And you can see the fact that Herr Robert double vetted his AA has made little to no difference. Let's take out the BIM. Is Herr Robert finally targeting a unit down? Yeah, like you see that the Hellcat's still alive and getting away. So I don't feel like the double vetting has paid off at all. Because if he hadn't, he could have been more aggressive calling flak 43s in instead of these stupid 88s, which have done little to nothing. Yeah, they've stopped playing once or twice, but they certainly have not. Like, they've died. Very much and very quickly. This mortar, on the other hand, has been absolutely devastating. Yeah, I just don't think you can let radio mortars live. I think the second you see them, like, happening, and you know, like, a division has radio mortars, I think you gotta use some amount of RD strength to kill them off. They're very weak. They die very easily, but you gotta actually just put the effort into it. And now 16-8 for Jaapaasa as things fall apart here for Herr Robert. Now radio for the RD2. This Werfrauen strike right here, nice. It's not going to be like a crazy high kill, but it will clear it out. Oh wow, that did a lot of damage actually. Yeah, pretty phenomenal. Killed 3 units. Yeah, I wish Herr Robert had just called in a second Werfrauen instead of the off map at all. The Werfrauen didn't come until B phase, I get that, but like, I didn't think it was that desperate of a situation. Like, he could have called a second off map, like second Werfrauen down here, and like completely crush this town. And relieve some pressure. I think our Robert got a little bit of tunnel vision there. Happens to all of us, it really does. I live my life in Steel Division 2 and tunnel vision. But like, trying to shift the fight a little bit to somewhere else might have been really helpful. The town is not ideal for him, truth be told. Like, the Shermans and stuff and the Stuarts are much better in this town. So I understand not wanting to fight there. But like, even just a single Werfrauen strike, that would have forced Jaapaasa to like deploy units there. All he would have to do is throw in a couple Panzer guns here just to like hold him up. And instead of using up the Vernichtings up here, putting 1 Panzer Vernichting down here. I do feel like, see, and look again, it doesn't do anything. Like, I've gotten to a point where I do not use 88s unless I absolutely have to. Like, they're the only AA I have to work with. Or the only 2K AT or something like that. Finally, a C-fire goes down. That's the first air kill in most of the game. Why is that BF-109 flying so far while falling back? Guerrilla ground attacking the edge of the woods. I get it. But he hasn't seen anything, so this is kind of wasteful at this point. Like, at first, it probably is helpful, but now it's kind of just waste. Werfrauen getting hit by the Obusir. Oh no, save it, dude. That's your unit, man. The Werfrauen's the only thing that's done anything. No. Chalks have the Willie Pete, so they easily beat the Sturm Pioneer. And the Sturm Pioneer is like the last CQC unit that Robert has alive. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, the sappers with their bazooka. Oh, so rough. Here comes the Air Force. Black 43, 88 isn't getting involved. Shoots at the one that's already pinned. P-47 gets through with the bombs on the Black 43. Oh, God. Oh. Wow, I can't believe he's still alive. Already takes out the Air Black 43, and that is the game. A solid, decisive victory there for Jaapaasa. 36 minutes, 13 seconds. Yeah, 36-30 to 20-30 there. All right, let's see. M8 at the beginning, quite devastating. Mortar, yeah, look at that thing. Oh my god. M10 picked up a whole bunch of kills. 105. 155 there, doing lots of work as well. Yeah, I feel like if Herr Robert had spent way less points on the stupid 88s, like he wasted like hundreds of points on 88s. Each one of those is 120 points. So I think we saw like 4 or 5 die. Like so many points for AA that legitimately didn't do anything. BF-109 did some good work. T-34s were working too. Werframen, yeah. Second one of these right here. Don't call in one of those stupid 88s and boom, you basically have nearly enough points to call a second Werframen. Which was actually doing so much work. But if you guys enjoyed that, hit that like button, subscribe, consider checking out the YouTube membership here on YouTube. It really does help me out. Thanks so much, everyone, and have a fantastic day.